Marvel slash Sony slash Disney seems to be taking a completely different approach in this new Spider-Man Brand New Day run-up. The behind the scenes footage, the things that they're allowing to be seen, part of me wonders if this is a bait and switch. Like if there's some things they're going to have in this movie that people won't see and they won't expect because they think they're seeing, everything they want to see. And also, this kind of draws attention away from the Avengers movies they have coming up. And maybe that was the point as well. Just my speculation. But anyway, we're going to get into this article right here, looking at this much different approach that they're taking. Spider-Man Brand New Day releases day one behind the scenes set video. Sony has dropped a new behind the scenes video titled Spider-Man Brand New Day. Day one on set, which continues to mark the official start of production on Tom Holland's fourth Spider-Man film. And kudos to him. Who would have thought that these films would have gone 4 in, right? 4 films in right now. And Tom Holland has done a great job as Spider-Man. I think he brought some renewed excitement to the character. And, it bolstered his star power as well, as, you would expect a movie like this to do. But I'm definitely, this is one of those movies I'm looking forward to. And Marvel might be trying a different strategy because we're in a new day. I think after the pandemic, things shifted. I don't know if things will ever go back to the way they were. Maybe they will, but I don't know. I'm not convinced they will. I don't know if theaters will ever be as packed as they were before that. Maybe they will. Again, I don't know. I'm not making any predictions. I'm just saying Marvel seems to be adjusting to the shift that has happened in the media landscape. With more people watching YouTube, Rumble, and, BitChute, wherever you watch your videos at, people are getting a more personable take on the people they like to watch and listen to. And I think that has affected how they consume movies to some degree. I'm not saying 100%, but to some degree. And I think the old Marvel strategy of keep everything closed off, don't tell anybody anything, make sure we have, tight lip on everything. We can't let any video leak, none whatsoever. I'm not sure that strategy can work moving forward. And I think they might be beginning to realize that the more people react to this stuff, the more hype they can generate on this stuff. If it's good, obviously, the better they will do in the box office, right? If people keep hearing about this stuff and fans keep making videos and talking about theories, hey, I saw this in the behind the scenes footage, that makes me believe that they're taking this story from this book and this is where they're going to go. Look, those things help. There may have been a time where you could say they didn't need that. And I'm not going to say they need it, but I'm going to say in this day and age, man, it would definitely help them to get every bit of fan capital they could possibly get. The short clip offers a candid look at Holland back in the costume, speaking about what it's like to return to the role. Watch below. In the video, Holland calls it his 4th ever day one on Spider-Man and admits the suit feels different this time. He also notes it's the first time they've ever had fans present on the very first day of shooting, saying it's exciting to share this experience with them. And that's, to me, that's a big deal. This might be a shift in general moving forward. Like more studios might do things like this. And it might be this partnership, this relationship Disney Marvel has with Sony has actually helped them, because a lot of the things, or at least it appears to me, a lot of the things that have affected other Marvel movies, what has, maybe implemented some things fans didn't like. It appears like Spider-Man has been able to stave off a lot of that stuff and just stay true to the core of that original movie that people liked. And maybe it's because Sony has a say, right? Obviously, Disney being the bigger entity and this being really their sandbox, the MCU, that Sony's being allowed to play in. But nonetheless, Sony has a say as well. And it seems like that relationship has actually worked in their favor. Holland gets familiar faces on the set. Holland greets, familiar faces on the set about no pressure to get it right, and reacts to a take by saying, "That felt sick." The video mixes these moments with shots of Holland in suit and a glimpse of the production crew at work. Let's see. The behind the scenes footage reinforces the sense of a fresh start for Peter Parker after No Way Home. Yeah, after No Way Home, Multiverse of Madness, everything that happened. I think this movie will probably it will be a solid showing, but I think it's probably going to feel much different than the other movies. And to some degree, I think it has to, especially after all the events that have transpired. I'm sure Spider-Man will be a little more, or Peter Parker rather, will be a little more dejected. Not completely, right? Because you got to kind of keep that jovial, joking nature about him. But I think to some degree, he's probably going to be maybe a little more to himself, which is to be expected after all of the events that have transpired. Producer Amy Pascal has already confirmed the film's story focuses on Peter giving up his personal life to fully embrace being Spider-Man. Exactly what I said, right? He's not necessarily dejected, but he understands, okay, Spider-Man, this is what I'm about now. This is what I have to do. While Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige has teased a darker street-level tone for the movie. Interesting. I'm definitely interested to see how this plays out. Plot details are being kept under wraps, but it's said that Spider-Man and the Punisher battle Hulk before they all team up to take on the film's true villain. That's interesting. Rumors have offered the villains could include Mr. Negative or even Lady Chameleon. Michael Mando also recently teased the Scorpion suit. Now that's interesting. So Spider-Man Brand New Day is directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, and stars Tom Holland, Zendaya, Jacob Batalon, Jon Bernthal, Mark Ruffalo, Michael Mando, Sadie Sink, and Liza Colón-Zayas. So yeah, July 31st, 2026, and here's that trailer. Let's see what it's about.
Alrighty.
It's actually,
how you feeling?
Yo,
yeah,
having
good, man.
Look, having fans there watching everything, dope. And I'm sure, I know this is not the only movie to ever do this, but I know Marvel typically tries to keep everything really closed off. They want to be as tight-lipped as possible. And look, I don't know if they have to be. I think maybe there was a time where they thought they had to be. I don't know if they have to be now, and it might work more in their favor to be more open and transparent like this right here.
It's day one. My fourth ever day one on Spider-Man. You know, it's funny, putting the suit on, it feels different this time somehow. It's also the first time we've ever had fans on set.
So it's a completely, like, that is a completely different experience. Like, If I was here, because I believe this is being filmed in Scotland, if I'm not mistaken, which, by the way, I drove around Scotland years ago, man, driving on what we will call the wrong side of the road. I'm sure if they visit the States, they say we're on the wrong side of the road. Man, you want to talk about stressed out? I've never been so stressed out driving in my life. It's crazy.
Day one, so it's really exciting to share this with them.
You know that kid is going to be so... Imagine that kid when he goes to watch Spider-Man Brand New Day. He's probably going to bring this picture with him. He's going to be super excited. That's actually super dope.
We've got some familiar faces on set.
Good to see you, man.
You know, I'm just going to do my best, hopefully get it right. No pressure.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Casting Tom Holland as Spider-Man, what a great choice, man. He has played one heck of a Spider-Man, seriously.
Wow, that was a really good one.
Sink!
Yeah, I think Disney plays their cards right. Disney, Sony, Marvel play their cards right. I think this movie will generate excitement and buzz and might fill theaters. I think in general people have confidence in the Spider-Man movies because they've all been decent so far. So this might be one of Marvel's best showings. We shall see.